Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia. Today I'm going to share with you my 26-week pregnancy update. Today I am 27 weeks and 1 day. In the last week I have noticed that I have just gained more weight and I feel the weight a little bit more than I have before in the pregnancy. It's just kind of making me feel uncomfortable and just big. And at the same time, it's this weird feeling of also being super grateful, because every time I look down at my belly or I'm rolling out of bed and I'm just can't get over my pregnancy pillow and I'm trying to hoist myself up, I just remember that this is an incredible gift that my body is able to do, and I just feel like kind of like a badass. Like, you know, all mamas are badasses. To be able to create human life is pretty freaking cool. So I'm really grateful at the same time, and I realized that of all the things that my body has been through in the last like decade, 15 years, I feel like this is like the greatest feat that I've been able to accomplish, which is just amazing. And I also hear that once you have the baby, you look at him or her and you're just like, holy crap, like I created you. Every day as his kicks get stronger and stronger, I just feel like I have a reminder of, you know, how incredible my body is. And I know that pregnancy kind of feels like this back and forth of like, holy crap, this sucks. And then at the same time, like, wow, like this is also amazing. And so I have different days depending on the day. You know, some days I feel really positive and other days I feel not so much. Looks like my battery is about to die, so let's hope it doesn't. I've noticed that my energy has decreased significantly. My walks have shortened and it's just harder for me to kind of keep up. Christian has really long legs and it's just hard for me to walk faster and move more without getting out of breath and also without having to pee. I've noticed a shortness of breath. Just today when I went to get my blood drawn, the woman at the labs was, you know, telling me that I don't need to answer so hastily when I was just breathing really hard. Because when you have a mask on and you're trying to, you know, like rush to your appointment, yeah. Anyways, I still have heartburn. I still have bouts of random nausea. And something that's a little bit different is my skin has been a little bit more itchy on my belly and my boobs. They feel, I've needed more lotion and it's just been more dry. It could be the time of year, it's fall, I'm not sure, but I have been more itchy in my skin. One of my best girlfriends had a baby shower yesterday, and while I attended, I learned a lot. She had her guests give her a bit of advice as just kind of something nice to do for a shower. And as a first-time mama pregnant, you better believe I was writing down notes. And so I wanted to share some things with you in case you're pregnant or you're having your first baby soon. The first mama said to accept help. And all the other mothers chimed in and said, yes, this is definitely, you need to learn to accept help. Because especially, I think she has twins coming, so she will need help for sure. And some of us do have a harder time accepting help, and I am one of those people, so I decided that was a good piece of advice for me to remember. My girlfriend said, and I'm not sure I'm gonna get this right, but what I heard was to be a good team with your partner. So, you know, to not create triangles with the kids. And I just think that this is something that I definitely want to bring into our family because I feel like me and Christian joke a lot about things, but I think it's important to also have boundaries and be still, you know, a unit with your partner. A unit? A unit. I don't know. One of my girlfriends, she said to create a Gmail scrapbook. And this is something that I don't really know a lot about, but I heard as she talked about it, it sounded really interesting. And so it's something that I might want to try, something that I just jotted down that I think would be helpful, you know, keeping track of memories and just how sweet that is. One mama said to remember the first real laugh. And I thought this was super sweet. It actually made me like tear up. And I love that idea. So the camera died, but I'm back. That, you know, when babies are little, they'll make all these giggles and squawks and stuff, but then when the baby actually makes that first real laugh, remember that. And I thought that was really sweet because I think that motherhood is going to kind of go by really fast. I think that there are going to be so many moments that it's going to be really hard to kind of keep track of some things. And I just liked that she was mindful of that and to, you know, be present for the first laugh, because I think that will be just gonna be so special. Another mama friend of mine, she mentioned sleep training, and she talked about the different ways and her experience with it, and she talked about how she had done squats with her baby and bounced on a ball, and that she then had to wean the baby off of that motion to get her to sleep. And I thought that that was really interesting because these are things that I just haven't really thought too much about quite yet, you know? And I know that I'm going to learn as I go through mamahood, and I don't really know exactly how I will sleep train the baby, but I hope that we will get the baby on a really good sleeping schedule, because I do know that that will be important. So I loved her advice, and I thought that was really smart too. Another mama, she is a mama of triplets, and my friend who is pregnant throwing the baby shower, she is having twins. I just really loved how the mamas of multiples gave such great advice. And if you are a twin mama, I do suggest that you seek out the support of other mamas of multiples, because I hear they have great advice, and I hear that it's vastly different from having a singleton too. So this mama of triplets, she said to print the pictures, and I thought that that was really sweet and kind of something I wanted to just remember, because I am behind the camera a lot. I do a lot of photos, and I don't really print things that much anymore. I have printed some stuff, but I think it's important to document and to keep physical copies too, just in the digital age that we live in. So I thought that was neat. Mama said to trust your gut and that you know your kid the best. And I thought this was really kind of helpful and insightful and a little bit just affirming. As a new mama, you hear lots of advice. You get so much solicited, unsolicited advice, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. So I think that, you know, just having that in my toolkit, knowing that to trust myself and that you know your child best. Nobody knows your kid like you do. And I think that while other people might have good intentions and they really want to help, I think that at the end of the day, you know, to trust your gut. I just like that piece of advice. I thought that was really helpful. Last piece of advice came from my friend's cousin, who I happened to share her birthday, and I just love her so much. She's so sweet. She has curly hair like me. She said that even if you drop your child, just remember that she dropped her child and she's doing just fine. Heard from mothers and fathers that babies roll off beds, they roll off couches, they dive off couches and beds. To just be a little bit easy on yourself. I feel like there is some grace to that, so I appreciated that advice as well. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Bye.